I am up 6 in the morning, August 22nd, 2024. And I am accepting that my life is like a script, like a movie script, like a journal that is, it's crazy, like it's being written, will be wrote, will be read. It's like it's all happening at the same times. And I needed to capture what this experience was like for me at the capacity, at the intellectual capacity that I'm at. Because the thing about the experience that I'm having is that I don't have any words. Like, this has been for the past 4 or 5 years, that I've been having an experience that I am short of words. I don't have, there is no language that I know, which I only know English fluently, that can contain what I'm experiencing. Like, even in principle, like, even when I'm learning about things like dimensions and metaphysical and occult and ancestor and spirit and just all of it's like, no matter how real my life is in that and how real it's all, like, I've been so deep up in that, so deep, like, I've been so deep up in it that when I hear about those things, like, either it sounds exactly like the life I live, like, yep, I know what that is, or I could easily pinpoint that now that's something I haven't encountered yet. I don't really want to, or I'm kind of intrigued by this thing, right? But it's crazy to even think about, and like, in so many ways. It's like, how am I even talking right now? What am I even talking about? Like, how can I even bring, like, I don't even know how to capture the moment. Like, I feel insane. I am insane. Like, I think that's normal, though. I think that's natural. I think this insanity, this connectivity that I feel, like, I feel here, there, everywhere. I feel like I've lived so many lives. I feel like I know so much. I feel like I have access to eons and eons and eons of information, and I'm trying to animate that, all of it, sometimes in one moment, in one body, in one if experience. And I'm grateful that I have the unique coding and lived experiences that have allowed me to hold space for this energy. I just wish that I could articulate this experience. Like, am I dissociated? Because I know what that means. But like I said, it's like, no matter how intellectual you are about these things, the experience is going to be the experience. So I'm literally just in a moment, and I'm having a realization about my life and the things that I desire and the things that I already have, and it's just getting gooder and gooder and gooder. And I wanted to even like just bring some of the thoughts that I was just really harping on in my mind out. But like, I'm a Gemini sun, and um it's I think, and that's true. I literally always think. But I, I noticed for myself that not having an outlet, a release to process all that my mind is thinking about, not having a filtration, like there isn't a like, it's just always going. There isn't a filter. There isn't a off button, a switch. And I just find that so interesting or curious. I mean, like, I find that exhausting. I find that like it drives me crazy. I can't escape my mind. So these moments where I can produce work, thoughts, podcasts, audios of me expressing the things that are going on inside of me is just a thing that I want to do. But it's like every time I start to try to capture the moments in my head, I just don't make no sense. Like, I hear how fucking stupid I sound. Like, I know I'm not stupid, and I know I may not sound that stupid. I may not sound crazy to most of you. And I may sound batshit to a lot of you. So it's relative, right? But I'm the one experiencing me. And sure, I still have some biases against myself just from religious trauma, family dynamics. I don't have the best self concept at this very moment. But I can say that I'm self aware enough, and I'm self actualized enough. I love myself enough to know that, like, there is something that's happening, like, where I try to communicate and I try to get the things that are in my mind out of my mind into the world, and it's just stuck. It's just gone. Like, everything that I even like, yeah, I started off talking about what I wanted to talk about and pretty much elongated it and said the same things in different ways. But I never really got to the roots and the meat of what I needed to say or what was thinking that I felt was profound enough to share and have posted with you all, which was really, oh, I do remember. So I think it was just me wanting to, like, y'all, this life is so expensive right now. So it's like the way that my life feels, like the way I even started off with saying the date, like, I just feel I'm like I'm writing a journal, and someone's gonna read this journal or like watch this movie and play this act. Like, it's crazy how this feels. So I wanted to capture that. I wanted to capture the craziness. I wanted to capture my expression. I think I've always been trying to capture my expression, and often I am also ashamed of my expression. So I am also the one who expands and limits myself. I'm my own worst enemy, and I'm doing all of the work to figure it out. There isn't one companion or person that I'm um doing journeying with. It's just me. Not that other people aren't venturing, not that people aren't on their journeys. But there's different when you have people close. And honestly, I realized people are never really as close as you would think. It's just all a gimmick. And the more that I've come to terms with that, the more I've been okay with myself. And so many people try to make you feel crazy because of how you are, but that's the point. Like all the work that I've done to cultivate the person that I am, to protect the person that I am, I can't waste it away. Oh, hopes and dreams. But I just felt like even when I first started this video, I just felt like I was like I'm not living like oh I can't, like, time is like the past, present, it's all right now. It's all happening right now. Like right now, like in this very moment, everything is happening. I feel connected to all timelines, to all things. I'm not separate from any of the things. My past, my future, it's all intertangled. And I'm just full of gratitude, full of joy, full of happiness. I'm in a state of bliss at how insatiable, like how satisfying this feels, how it's like otherworldly. It's beyond me. No matter what's really going on, it's just a feeling that's beyond me. And again, I can't really, like I said, there isn't any one word or a few words that I could just use to describe this. It just feels like I'm everywhere. It feels like I'm here, I'm there, I'm now. I'm like I see all of it. And it's moments when I'm not where I'm at that I worry and I struggle and I stress. But it's these moments that I think like the reason why like my like the reason why the depression and the stress and the anxiety and all of the worries are so potent is because it's always trying to get me back to this, like this state of insanity where all is nothing and all is everything, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing, a beautiful experience. And I know I keep saying I can't explain it, and I continue to find ways to explain it by just being and doing what I'm doing, but it just feels like I feel foreign to myself. Like I feel like it's like the past, it doesn't matter in the sense of like it's gonna stop me from getting somewhere, or it's gonna prevent me from having experiences. Like my relationship with the past is more so like guidebook. Like these are things you need to know and keep, and you need to recognize and acknowledge and alchemize, transmute, and so forth. Versus that fear of like, this is limiting me, this is bounding me, this is holding me. It's like I don't really feel that way. at least not in each and every moment. And I look, like I said, I look forward to this. Like, I feel like the stress and the mania and the things that I experience is to be in a state of, like, there it's there is no book, there is no person, there isn't even no experience that I consciously remember, because I don't know all of the lifetimes I've existed on. I don't have that recollection. I don't, like, sometimes I get glimpses of my past lives, and I can channel certain, like, experiences through that, from that past life. But it's not frequent, it's not often, it's very rare that I can do that. And I don't know, like, I mean, I know that I'm working to get to a point where, like, the way that I feel, the way that I think, the way that I move like is this is 100% me. It's just my raw essence, like me navigating life on my accord, with the smarts, with the intelligence, with the wisdom, with the soul, with the faculties that I have in store. I'm not the brightest thing in the world, like, according to academics. I have some college education, um, and I'm surviving in um cleansing my bloodline from poverty and lack, and just that lower that lower nature, those lower nature principles that we no longer bind, but that bound us.